Hello everyone, Mocha Bear here. Welcome back to Mocha Bear's Hobby Den. Today we're going to talk about the Emperor's Children stuff that just came out, and then the Death Guard stuff that's pre-orderable as of yesterday. Shall we get into it? So I'm super excited. So first we're going to talk about the Emperor's Children and everything that was available for them that came out as well as pre-orderable for them yesterday. And then the Death Guard stuff that's also available for pre-order as of yesterday. So first we're going to go over to the actual Warhammer website. So let me bring me over here. So here you can see on their website, Fulgrim is still available for purchase. So are the data cards, the codex, and the combat patrol is pre-orderable. Of all the chaos stuff that went for pre-order yesterday, this is the last thing for the Emperor's Children that is available that will be pre-orderable. So the combat patrol is coming out. It's going to be coming with a Lord Exultant, 2 units of 3 flawless blades, and then a unit of 10 either tormentors or infractors. They can be built either way. The dice is still available for purchase at the time of this recording. So is the Lord Exultant, Flawless Blades, and the Demon Prince. I went to my local Warhammer store. I say local because it's over an hour away. And when I walked in there, they had the codex, they had the data cards, they had Fulgrim. They actually had 1 pack of the Emperor's Children dice. I almost grabbed it. Like, I actually physically had it in my hands. Like, nope, put it back. Then they actually had Lord Exultant. They had 3 Flawless Blade boxes, I think he said, that was sent to them. They were supposed to get 3 Noise Marines sent as well. They didn't get them. As far as I'm aware, those were like the extras that weren't pre-ordered. He didn't get them. And then, of course, the Demon Prince, that he's been around for a while, so that's easy. Of course, the Collector's Edition for $110, completely out of stock. The $250 Limited Edition was out of stock. The guy who runs the shop was telling me that it was gone quick. He was saying the Death Guard one was gone quick, just like this one, if not faster. Of course, Tormentors and Infractors are out of stock because Tormentors and Infractors, like I said, built the same way. They're out of stock on the website. However, the store I was at, they had them. He had a few of them right there on the wall. Again, Noise Marines out of stock. They didn't have any. Lucius and Lord Cacophonous are both out of stock on here, and I didn't see any on the wall there. Didn't look at any of the demons, but I do know that I did get a Chaos Space Marine Sorcerer when I first picked up the Champions of Slaanesh box set, and I got it from there, so I'm pretty sure that that's abundant. But yeah, notice how everything else is out of stock online, which is kind of... It's odd, but not surprising, just because Emperor's Children's, like, everyone knows what they can get for it now, so they went out and bought everything they can. But then again, it could also be Games Workshop trying to be stingy and like, oh, we're going to hold these out so we can increase the price on them because prices are going to be going up. So that's going to suck. But we'll move on to the next part, which is where most of you are here for, the Death Guard. Now, the Poxrot Vector Battle Force box set. $240. It went up by $10. Those boxes were normally $230. The boxes going forward are going to be $240. That's where you're going to be able to get the new HQ model, the Lord of Poxes. He will be available on his own probably in like 2 or 3 weeks. So he'll probably go for pre-order on May 11th. Because I believe April 10th or May 10th is when we'll be able to pick up our pre-orders. Now, I was very fortunate enough to be one of the people to get that. I paid for it. I was one of the first people to be put in the book for it at the store, so I'm covered. I'm excited because I've been wanting to get a Plague Burst Crawler. I want the new HQ Lord of Poxes. I need some Blight Lord Terminators, and I could always use some more Plague Marines. Right now, I have 21 Plague Marines. Now, and I want to field them in 7. I'm excited because the Blight Lord Terminators, it is confirmed in the Codex that they are able to be taken in units of 3, 5, and 10. I'm excited because I have 3 already. They came with a Lord of Contagion. Let me actually scroll down, see if we can see him. Here he is. So the Lord Felthius and the Tainted Cohort. I believe I bought this in late 8th edition. Yeah, either late 8th edition or very early 9th edition. And I was like, I want to run them, but they could only be ran in minimum of 5. So I was just going to use them as proxies for Death Shroud Terminators. Well, now I can run them in 3, so I'm excited about that. But just like with the Emperor's Children, notice everything is temporarily out of stock. Of course, their limited edition and collector's edition codexes gone. Not gonna get those unless you're gonna pay a scalper foot and an arm. I said foot and arm, I know. And then the data sheet cards, I was surprised, were out of stock. The file are still available. I'm so happy the Hellbrute is staying, but we're gonna go ahead and move back up. So again, the Battle Force is the Poxrock Vector out of stock. If you really want it, you're gonna have to be willing to pay over $300 for it, because I guarantee you some scalpers are going to be selling it for over $300. The Combat Patrol I wanted to get, but I decided I'll wait because this is going to be their staple box that will be available until their new one comes out, either in 11th edition or 12th. But that's going to come with a Lord of Virulence, sorry, 3 Death Shroud Terminators, a Tallyman, 7 Plague Marines, and then a Chaos Rhino. I'm gonna wait to get it. So when I go to pick this up, I might pick this up as well if they have any in stock. It's a great starting box set for anyone who's going to Death Guard or anyone who has Death Guard. I don't have a Tallyman. I don't have Death Shroud Terminators. I don't have a Rhino. And like I said, I can always use more Plague Marines, so I'll eventually be getting this, and I'll have 2 Lord of Virulences when I get this. The Codex, still available for pre-order. So feel free to do that. If you can't go into your personal stores, which I always highly recommend, support your local stores. Go do that versus online, unless it's just like much is for you. I drove over an hour, like I said, to go pay for the pre-orders. I pre-ordered the Codex and the Poxrock Vector box set. I didn't pre-order the dice, though I kind of want them. If they have them when I go pick up my Codex and box, I might get them. Then, of course, I'm thinking about potentially getting Mortarion instead of the Combat Patrol. We'll see. But most of the other stuff is available. I'm honestly surprised the Sorcerer Lord and Terminator armor is there. As far as I'm aware, he's no longer available in the Codex. So why he's still in stock, I don't know. But yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I know that the World Eater stuff went available as well. I'm not interested in the World Eaters. That's just my personal preference. Tell me, were you all able to pre-order anything from either World Eaters or the Death Guard? Were you able to get the big box sets? Like I said, the Poxrock Vector or the whatever the World Eaters box set were. Did you get them from the website? Were you able to get them during the queue? Did you get them pre-ordered at your local store? I'd love to hear from you. What else did you want and get? I really want to hear from you what your experiences are, because a lot of people have been having issues. I'm honestly surprised that the Combat Patrol, the dice, and the Codex are still available. But I also picked up my Lord Cacophonous and Lucius the Eternal, as well as my Fulgrim. I was able to pick all 3 of these up today because they came out. So anyone who pre-ordered those, were you able to get them? Because I know in the past some stores, they pre-ordered something, but then it didn't show up. The stores got stiffed. Or did you not get to pre-order them, but did you get to show up to the store and pick them up anyway? I'd love to hear from you about all that as well. I'm going to go ahead and end it here just because I can go on and on and on. But this is a good point. It's a good short video. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. What armies that are still coming out are you excited to start? I'm personally I'm sad I'm late on doing it because I could have got their big box set. I'm also at some point this year going to be starting a Blood Angels army. I know. Okay, you have so many. I know. But I'm going to start a Blood Angels army at some point this year, probably near the end of summer. We'll see. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, found this entertaining, educational in any, please give a like, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then hit the bell icon so you get notified when I upload videos and do live streams. Comment down below if you did or did not enjoy this video, why or why not. Were you able to get your pre-orders in for the World Eaters or Death Guard, or were you able to pick up anything for the Emperor's Children? I'd love to hear from you. What armies are you starting or thinking about starting? I'd love to interact with you all there. Some people that actually just subscribed to me today, the time of recording this. One of them is, oh, he's saying he's a White Scar player. He's excited, and he was putting his Fulgrim together right there in the shop. The other is on the fence between Raven Guard and White Scar, but he said he's a main Knights player. So I'd love to hear from you all. What are your thoughts? What is your inspiration for wanting to start your armies? And that's something that I'll probably do a video on as well. I talked about it in my last live stream about my magnetization, about my Necrons and my Tyranids backstories. So I'd love to hear from you about all that. Also, please, lastly, share this video, bring awareness to my channel, help me continue to grow. Gonna go ahead and end it there. So please, as always, take care of yourselves. And until next time, hobby on.